online and in stores now.
Well, September is a costly time for parents, and when you couple that fact with the fact that times are still tough for many Canadians, it has a lot of people worried. How do you get your kids back to school on a budget? Well, today, financial expert Kelley Keehn is here to give us a little coaching. So what are the things parents should do? Back to school shopping.
Yes.
Step number one, leave the kids at home and make it cheaper.
Probably a very good point. I mean, it's just like the experts tell us with grocery shopping. If you don't have a list and you head out hungry, this is where the trouble happens. So first thing you want to do is actually take an inventory of what do you actually have in your home.
Yes.
For school supplies. I mean, it's long forgotten. Summertime.
Every year I do that, and I find like a million pens after you get the big
pack. Is it true?
pack.
The sticky pads, everything else. So take an inventory of what you actually have, and then sit down with your kids and make a needs and a wants list. Let them make out some wants, and then figure out the needs and get them to buy in. That, look, mom and dad have to actually buy all of this stuff as well, so how are we going to pare down your wants list? When you head out, make sure you actually have a very specific list. And then for some fun things, of course, clipping coupons, all that good stuff, but something you get the kids to do is actually, there's a study done that if you gather all of the change in your car and around the home and get the kids to roll it up, on average you'll have about $100 there.
No way.
Yeah, that might actually be enough to buy some shoes, things of that sort.
Nice. Okay, so where do you recommend people shop? Like the smaller stores, or do you go to the big chain stores? What do you do?
Well, I mean, part of it is you don't want to exhaust yourself in this whole back to school process. I really have to say my new favorite are the dollar stores. I think over the years they have changed. Some of them you can even get like amazing sunglasses for $10. Some of them you still have to shop around. But I definitely would hit a dollar store first. Then hit the Walmarts, the Superstore for your back to school clothing, things of that sort. And I don't know about you, Marnie, but kids today are much more label specific, I think, than when we were growing up. So it is going to be important that they have some clothes that are label specific. So negotiate. Maybe it's the designer jeans, but the t-shirts all come from Walmart.
Yeah.
Right? Like
can't have it all.
You can't have it all. So figure out what that one high price ticket item is going to be, and everything else can kind of complement that. It has to be about reasonableness. Yeah.
So what do you do once you're out the door? How do you not fall prey to the impulse? Everything.
You have to, that's why you have to have this conversation beforehand. Maybe like you said, the kids come on some of the trips, not on all of the trips. To maybe look to the internet to research. If you're going to need those expensive calculators, new computer, you can save a ton of money and a ton of time just by having a look at the London Drugs, the Future Shops, that most of these have everything online where you can comparison shop before you head out.
Right, and then save yourself some time in shopping around too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, gas prices are still up there enough. That's right.
So is this the best time of year to be doing the back to school stuff? Are the deals there, or should you try to do it another time of year?
Yeah, generally no. Anytime we have a need, it's definitely not the time. I think it was John Paul Getty that said, buy your fall hats in the spring. I mean, I wanted a barbecue desperately at the beginning of this season. Now is the time to go and buy your barbecue when you don't need it. So another tip is buy what you absolutely need for the kids for the first week to get them through the first week, first outfits, things of that sort, and then go shopping the end of that week. You're going to see the best sales then. You don't have to make it this huge Christmas shopping type trip to get it all done at once. Just go get what you need and then wait for those deals.
And you're not going to need the atlas in the first week.
Yeah, exactly.
And the dictionary. Well, maybe the dictionary.
Yeah, a few pencils, whatever you have laying around the
Exactly.
house. Set them up as best you can and do the shopping later in the week when they're back in school and you have a bit of a breather.
And like you said earlier, figure out last year's stuff because I'm sure the scissors are still good. I'm sure the glue might even have some left.
Exactly. And you know, that I think is what the recession has taught us, is that we just be respectful of the stuff that we have. And yes, if you have to go to school with not the brand new glue stick or the perfect whatever it is, Hello Kitty, I'm a little out of the loop of whatever the scribbler of the year is, that it's okay, that this is what responsible adults do. All of this is a message of good financial practice for your kids.
And the good news is last year's stuff is already labeled, so you're good.
Yeah, true.
Okay, well, if you need more information, you can go to Kelley's website. It is kelleykeehn.com, and we have a link to that on our website as well. So thank you so much for coming.
Thanks, Marnie.
And we're back right after the break.